film. Okay. 5STA.
There goes my baby.
What's up, my G?
Yeah, what's up, Ash? How you doing? What's good, Zista?
In the mountains, we say what's up to Mari. Say what up, Mari.
What up? What up? What up?
My baby's birthday in 1 hour.
Oh, happy birthday!
In the mountains.
About to get turned up. Look like you're in the wilderness.
All right, so I don't want to take her live up too long, but let's go, my nigga. Let's go. Let's get right.
What the fuck happened?
I mean, babe, turn that down. You can turn it off. You have to be more specific.
All right, so look, I watched the interview. We did an interview 2 days prior.
Right.
Right. We do the interview on, what was it, Tuesday, Wednesday? I don't even remember.
It was
Tuesday.
It was maybe 2 days before the Nore joint.
Then you get, I'm over here like, damn, I ain't give him enough to drink.
Man, you know what? The Nore thing was already planned. Like I posted a text. I hit him. I was like, bro, we going shot for shot because, you know, people know me and Nore's like we brothers off camera.
Yeah.
So you know, we used to live with each other like in the same complex in Miami, and you know, it was like we got close. So, you know, we done got fucked up together. One time I remember, you know what I'm saying? There was a wheelchair, man. Like, you know, Nore drinks. I'm not a drinker. But like I knew for that particular interview, I wanted to get real drunk. You know, because I've done it 3-4 times with him, and I'm like, damn, I want to do something different. You know what I'm saying? And I want to, I know how liquor do to me. Anybody knows me, I say liquor makes me emotional. And like for sure, it's 5 stars with a capital S. Hold on 1 second. Let me get someone with the Wi-Fi out here. Yeah. The number 5, the capital S, and then stars, and then capital P for please. 5 stars, please, with S and P. Okay. All right. So, like I knew, because I had a lot on my mind, you know, going through this Eminem stuff, and people don't realize, like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you come up a certain way, you go through and you see a lot. So I don't deny that there's probably stuff inside of me as far as, you know, that I probably take for granted because I just lived with it all my life. Like growing up, seeing death and destruction all the time, you know, maybe you take it for granted because you live with it and it was the norm back then, but maybe, you know what I'm saying, I have a lot of stuff built up in me. And I found out that by letting it out, no matter where you're at under any circumstance, it's healthy to do that. Now, the Nore situation, I went in there telling him we're gonna go shot for shot. I'm gonna get loose. Because I know when you get drunk, I know how I am. I get emotional and then sometimes belligerent. That's why I don't drink. But I know if I went and got really toasty, I would get open on some of these subjects. A lot of times I do interviews and I'm real kind of like politically correct because it's like I'm trying to be the good guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to answer everything right and be right and everything politically right. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, that's not even how I came up.
Yeah.
I was in the streets. I wasn't politically right. I just was what I felt was right and was on my mind and my heart. So I felt like, you know what? I want to see what this shit's going to turn out to be. And because early, you see, I started drinking early.
Yeah. I
wanted to get toasty early. I didn't want to like gradually get drunk I want to just get fucked up from the start. And then everything I said was true. I went belligerent with it on a few subjects and even like with a few people as far as the shit I said, you know what I'm saying? And it's not like as an excuse, I was drunk, but I was drunk. But everything I said, I knew what I was saying. I wasn't that drunk. You know, I wasn't pissy drunk, throwing up drunk. You know what I'm saying? I just got emotionally drunk that night, and I had my moment. I had my moment in front of the world, you know?
You know, one thing I could say about you that I genuinely feel is you've always been honest. And the reason I fuck with you is because you've always been honest. You know, people have their opinions on certain shit, and people always want to knock somebody down and say, well, this person is this or this person is that, based on what they see on Shade Room, Baller Alert, you know what I mean? The clickbait shit that they see. But never had interaction with you where it wasn't just pure honesty, you know, real shit.
You know, that's a minute speck of how many people are out here in this world of those people. Like that's a speck. And if it's that small, then it's like you're doing good. That's all it is. Then because the love is out here. See, the love is outside. The internet shit never ever bothers me. At the beginning, it may have, because I was feeling it out. And when you grow up a certain way, when it comes to respect and disrespect, the internet changes. There's no rules. So, you know, you have to adjust yourself to that. But the people that say shit or have opinions or whatever, that's a speck of what is out here in the world. And I like those odds, you know what I'm saying? Because when I'm outside, it's super genuine love. And I get mobbed by, you know, people to take pictures, and it's crazy love. The internet is the internet. And, you know, so when you can, how you win on the internet is you really don't, like, you really have to have your mindset that them people don't even exist. They have no bearing on who I am. They don't even glitch, not even a small glitch in my matrix, and they don't even make a speed bump in my lane. You know what I'm saying? It's you know what I mean? If that's what they get off on, you know, the internet was made for introverts, for people who never could come outside anyways. You know, these people, awkward people who just never really fit in to society anyways. So when the internet came, that's their heaven. It's beautiful because they could be whoever the fuck they want to, because now we, the outside people, got to be in there because their shit took over. So the outside people and how we are and our moral code, and the older people, we're adjusting to this shit. We're still adjusting. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is, man. I am who I am. You know, I'm glad I was raised in the 70s, 80s, 90s and survived it. Like, yeah. You know.
Now, when we did an interview with Adrian Broner and he got drunk, they attacked us, right? Like we were the worst type of fucking people in the world. Oh, we should have stopped the interview. Why would you keep going?
For real, in the ring, and you know, out the ring, you know what I'm saying? But he a real nigga, man. Like you cannot. It's him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But what I was saying is like, did it seems like our interview got trashed when we had AB up there. I mean, look, a lot more was said though, right, with yours. But it seemed like there was a lot of high praise for what Nore was able to do with Drink Champs and having you on there, right? Did you feel any type of way? Like what was the conversation like? Yo, don't hear this part or anything?
No, because like when I went up, first of all, I went up there and just the beginning of it, the intro was crazy, man. I'm looking at dude like, yo, bro, I appreciate that. Like, I don't take that lightly. When a nigga give me mines, like, I really appreciate that. It's hard. It's hard. The act of accepting it is always nervous, yeah. but the heart really appreciates that. And, you know, once we started, like I said, I knew I got to get loose. I got to get loose. I got to say what's on, not only on my mind, but in my spirit. And that's what alcohol does. It brings the spirit out. That's why they call them spirits. Pour me some spirits now, babe. It's your birthday. Oh, look at this. Coming out. I'm not going to do it like that.
And the spirits. Let me check real quick. 1 second.
You be getting saucy too, my nigga.
Yeah, of course I do. I'll fuck around. Bottles to see if there's something in any of them. You know, I got like 50 of them in here. They're all empty as hell.
So look, I tried everything. I think I was probably about heroin, coke, all that shit, rocks, when I was probably about 19.
Damn, I just found some Comos, all right?
19.
So talk to me about that. You're sitting there talking to these people. And now you gotta understand the people, the way they reach out to me is like, I'm silent ears. We go shot too. I don't got that much left here though. So you know, people be hollering at me like, you know, Dino's Danza's uncle now. So as soon as something happens with you,
look for us, man.
So they hit me up immediately like, yo, what happened with Benzino? I'm like, what do you mean what happened? Like, you ain't see the clip that Nore just put out? So they're like, what's up?
Question: has there any time in life when you was with one of your niggas and he got fucked up and got emotional?
Absolutely. The fuck? Me, I'm one of them that be doing this sometimes, goddamn it.
Okay, give me one of the times where you got really emotional and shit came from your heart around your niggas. So I know I'm not crazy.
Man, like talking about just being a father, right? That fucking broke me down. Like, damn, I didn't know I had the opportunity. Like, I love y'all. Y'all were able to show me a good fucking example. But being a dad is like, you know, I love y'all. You know what I mean? Like going crazy about this shit. Look, I knew it was extra. You know what I mean? Like, look, y'all. You know what I mean? You taught me how to be a dad, bro. You know what I'm saying? I love you. You know what I mean? So I did it. We all did it. And I'm just talking about recent. But let me tell you something. We all know that Danza could drink. So I be getting fucked up.
No, but look at those. See, people don't understand. I took like 3 triple shots and then started drinking out the bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying
like,
to stop you.
You know what I'm saying? Like I held the interview.
Was Ash trying to stop you?
She was a couple of times. Nigga started getting a little crazy, you know, in there and shit, you know what I'm saying? I had a few of the young guys around and Nore, you know, so it started getting, you know what I'm saying? You know, everybody's strapped nowadays, you know what I'm saying? So it started getting crazy. Ashley had to go outside and calm things down, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That was like, even Nore was like, he called me and said, he's like, yo, man, your girl held you down, yo, for real. Like, she was outside and she was, you know, anytime I was getting a little bit too crazy, she'd be on the sideline like, I moments, and I respected it.
So one of the moments would have had to be when you're talking about smoking crack.
No, I mean, look it. So first of all, when look, I was about 19 years old. This was like 1981.
Wait, hold on.
And Mike Brown, let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you the story. I'm gonna tell you the full story.
Go ahead. I'll hear
the story. This was like 1981, maybe, right? 80, maybe 80, 81, 80. Mike Brown, and I don't even know if Mike Brown's still living. I think he is. But Mike Brown was a Jamaican dude, but he was in America and shit. The family had a big house, and there was a gang of them. And I used to fuck with Jamaicans. So me, Dow Rogers, D. McFadden, a bunch of us, a whole bunch of niggas up in Four Corners. That we heroin, we used to sniff heroin. We was rocking, selling it, but we was sniffing it too. I never banged. You know what I'm saying? I never banged. A lot of my guys did. You know, a lot of them died from it. But when crack first came around, this was like 80, 81, he brought it. We was like, what the fuck is that? So we was like, yo, this is some shit. He was like, you can smoke it. So niggas was like, so he took a hit. I was like, word. D. Rogers took a hit. I took a hit. And it was like, oh, shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whoa. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then we tried it in weed. You know, started smoking it in weed. But after a while, shit like that, those drugs, heroin, crack, and those, it didn't stick with me. And I just was like a weed nigga. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have lasted this long and been this healthy if it was any different. And that's why I don't have any problems with telling I tried angel dust one time and tore a whole fucking party, a whole house party. Look, so what happened was, and 2 times, my man 2 times, he'll tell the story. So God rest Jimmy Tarver. Jimmy's dead. A lot of my guys are dead. He had, and Jack the Rip, Big Jack the Rip's dead. And if you're from Boston, you know these names. They had weed soaked in embalming fluid type shit. And so I'm giving the party. You got my 1200s and everything. So somebody said that somebody was saying something to me in the party. I took a hit of this angel dust on the back porch, the 3rd floor. I ran down the street to my crib, about a half a mile. I got my pump shotgun, put a sheet over it, and came back up the street. People to watch me. I come back in the party. I flip over my turntables and shoot, boom, a big shot in the air, and everybody runs out like I was, like angel dust. You know what I'm saying? Like I've tried. I'm at the age where back then, everybody tried it. Everybody, it was at first round.
Rap about angel dust.
Huh?
Joe Budden used to rap about angel dust.
I mean, you know, again, these are things that you in the hood, and this is what's around you, and you trying shit. You know what I'm saying? But I was a hustler. I sold all that. You know what I'm saying? And that and my drug of choice ended up being weed. And I love it, and I still smoke weed today. And I'm not a drinker. I would drink back in the day just to drink. All kinds of shit. Private stock, Old E, you know what I'm saying? Just peach schnapps, blackberry schnapps, blackberry brandy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't too much Hennessy and all that when I came up. We was drinking like strong shit. Mad Dog. You know what I mean? But I never liked it. I just did it because niggas did it. That was a lot of the drugs that I did were all my niggas is doing it. We all doing it together.
Yeah.
We just get mischievous niggas.
I ain't gonna lie, I never tried heroin.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't try none of that shit. Heroin.
I keep it 100 too, because I'm a real one, right? I definitely tried like pills, like you know, painkillers, and I definitely sniffed coke before. You know what I mean? But that's as far as I went.
That was Saturday.
No. That was Saturday for you, not me. He said that was Saturday.
So look, heroin.
Wait, time out. Was that Saturday for you? Is that how the drink changed?
Look. I watched the whole culture of people get wiped out from heroin. When I came up, there'd be dope fiends lined up. Like I used to sell heroin with YBI in the 80s, heavy in Detroit, back and forth to Detroit. My man Pep, shout out to Pep, shout out to his son Luck, shout out to Yin Yang, the whole Columbia Point. Yeah, I mean, I can go on and on. Blood, rest in peace. Both sides. Like I met in the 80s, I was rocking hard with them niggas because it was a Boston-Detroit thing. Pep was the plug. Pep was from YBI, and we was rocking heavy for like years. You know what I'm saying? So it was only right that, not right, but everybody had habits. I remember one time we all nodded in the basement, Bird's basement, Jamaican Bird's basement. And it's me, Darren, Dow, a bunch of us, and we nodding like a motherfucker, just sniffing, nodding. You know what I'm saying? Because we out there selling. So once we finished, we would go get out our packs and nod. Darren's mother came and slapped the shit out. God, nigga, I said, oh shit, like it like that shit right there. I've seen niggas think they was Superman and be shot the fuck up and still live from heroin, from off of heroin. So like I've seen overdoses. I've seen many overdoses, like frozen bodies, left bodies been there for a few days. Like we was heavily selling like heroin before crack, before was really what we was getting down on in Boston.
Damn. My boy was out there on that H.
I mean,
so
I was lucky I didn't bang. Like, because the next step from sniffing is banging, because you can't get high sniffing no more. Your shit's all burnt out. I watch niggas. These are my hearts, my friends who I grew up with. When I started hanging with niggas and gangbanging and everything, I had to go down some years because all my motherfuckers, damn near all of them was wiped out or in jail.
Yeah. Big Shot is from out in Boston. We had him up here a couple weeks ago, or about a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. I don't even know. We got so many goddamn shows, you know. By the way, tomorrow we got Sukiana. You know what I mean? For the people that don't know, we got a dope show tomorrow. Yeah. She eating ass out here. But yo, what made you come out with this? Like, is that something that you just revealed on Drink Champs, or have you spoken about that before?
I mean, somebody asked me. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't no crackhead. I tried it. You know what I'm saying? I sold a lot of it, not proud of it, because I've seen what it done. The crack addiction, I've seen what it done to very, very close people of mine. You know what I'm saying? And what it's done to the black community, to all communities, but it's the black community that I'm in. And believe me, it's ravaged us. It's ravaged us. So, you know, there's nothing good about it. It's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I hope nobody does it. And yeah, you know, I mean, it wasn't a healthy thing to do. You know, like I said, you know, I tried many drugs.
Yeah.
I didn't, you know, as far as staying with him and being strung out. And now I was a hustler. I was out there every day and I had an image to uphold. I was a fly nigga. You know what I'm saying?
So what was it just liquor then on Thursday at Drink Champs?
Yeah, with no drugs, nothing. Just liquor, some weed. I
want to clarify.
I was drinking. Look, bro, did you see I took my hair? I've never seen you drink like that. I'll drink you under the table.
I believe it, shit. After I seen you drink, god damn. And we drink a lot. Chris and I be, yo, listen, when Kato and I are doing this pod, these bottles be flying. Kato, by the way, I just seen you sign in. I found some Comos. I saw him drinking. I had to find something to drink. I'm like, god damn.
Like the taste. If liquor tastes good, maybe, you know, I hate the fucking taste. It's like coffee.
This shit made Brittany Renner take her panties off for Charleston White.
What's that?
What's that called?
Comos.
Comos? What is it?
It's tequila.
It's Como's free birthday, baby. We in the mountains.
That was Jimmy. Shout out Kyle. So yo, listen. So you trip out. Like when I see,
I just got emotional.
Here goes. Yeah, nah, but when you grab the mic and you hit one of these, because I know you're a respectful type of dude, right?
And I was respectful drink champ.
But hear what I'm saying though. Even with the equipment, you be like conscious of it. So when you grab the mic like that, I'm like, nah, he's feeling it right now. You know what I mean? You give me this fucking mic. The mic fell out. Like, give me this goddamn mic. Shout out Norbs. But like, yo, my boy, I felt like at some.
You want to touch on some of the shit I said? I mean, you want to touch on some of the shit I said? I'm sober as fuck.
Yeah, let's get it. So, but what I'm saying with this is, right, it seemed like you wanted to battle M, and that was it. I want to battle M. You were up here, and I told you, I'm like, damn, I feel like you're gonna have Eminem diss me the way we're talking right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you got me in the next.
No, you never know what Marshall's thinking.
Yeah. So you're talking about it, and you say that he was on Epstein Island. Now people were sitting there like you already know what it is.
It was on the flight logs, man, with whole bunch of other people. Like it was on. Google it.
I thought that was bullshit.
I don't know. I'm just saying he was on the flight logs.
I think the flight log was bullshit, though. Is what I'm saying. There was a fake one, and there was a
that he was on the plane. What you mean? How's it bullshit?
No, I think they made
plane
out a fake one.
I bet you if I was on the flight logs, I bet you his motherfuckers would make a big thing about it.
Nah, absolutely.
All right. So,
but it seemed like. But it seemed like
no more white privilege, please. I've had enough.
But it seemed like for a minute at the end of the interview, Norbs, he wasn't on the flight log. He was really on the flight logs.
He was on the flight log. Look at it. Pull it up.
This is crazy. All right, so look, we started off this motherfucking conversation because I don't even like to call when you and I talk. I don't like to even call them interviews. I like to call them fucking conversations. You know. I haven't I've been chilling and eating healthy all day, working out and shit. So I'm already feeling saucy off of this Comos after a couple shots. But it seemed like y'all wanted to fucking, or you were cool with like being cool with him after the drink champs. Like it seems
drunk, and I was drunk. Like I was drunk, bro. Like nah, man. Like but I was drunk and.
But what they say. Drunk words are sober thoughts, though, right?
I was emotional and drunk. I've said before I want to sit down with him. I've said on MTV I wanted to end. I've tried to be the peace guy.
I was watching.
Yo, peace don't fucking work with the stands, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. I try to do that so it's like they could get out of my DMs and leave me the fuck alone. You know what I'm saying? It didn't work, so it's fuck him and them. You know what I mean? Like I'm not built the way. I'm not like. Yeah, like I don't back the fuck down. Like I didn't bring this shit back up. He made the song about me, mentioned Corey. Like, you know, they think they can just keep mentioning my fucking daughter and thinking it's cool. Like it ain't cool, but it's hip hop. So we going back and forth. I crushed him on Votorious, crushed him on Rap Elvis. Like his music's whack. The last shit he did was what was the fucking what's the name of his, begin with the R, Redemption, Recovery, whatever. That was the last good fucking album he did. All that other music that he done dropped, and including that fucking insulting Tupac bullshit album. Niggas don't rock with that type of music. Just the music alone. Take him off rapping. Just the beats alone. The culture don't rock with those beats, bro. The culture don't rock with that type of hip hop.
I don't dispute it, but when it comes to you got to understand, when it comes to that battle and shit, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, that nigga right. Niggas in the fucking URL and Smack will chew Eminem.
I don't disagree.
All right, so don't say battle. Who is he battled? Elton John? Who's he battled? Who the fuck is he battled? Who's he battled? Britney Spears? Who's he battled? Moby?
Listen, I hear you. Norbs, you want to hop on and talk to him for a second? We could talk to him. You know Norbs?
No.
Well, he was with Smack for a long time.
Shout out to my nigga Norbs and shout out to Smack. I remember Smack from back in the day. I remember Smack.
Original team.
Listen, I remember Smack from back in the day when they first.
Mariah Carey.
All I'm saying is that, homie, like when you say he's supposed to be this and that, like that's what he was. He's not that no more. we're not going to keep carrying him in such a high motherfucking praise right now. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that to the culture. Like, our culture's bigger than that. This guy's 53 years old. He's white, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I ain't letting you drag me in.
At his time, bro. You know, his time's not no more, bro. He's not with the culture, bro. He's not listening to what we listening to. That shit that he's playing, them beats he's rapping over, ain't nobody in the culture that I know of in all these cities and states, in these clubs, everywhere, they're not listening to that shit.
Why everybody keeps saying you were crying and they're going to just use that as a scapegoat?
Give a fuck what anybody says. Who the fuck is anybody? They're a fucking speck. I keep telling you, man, like, who cares what the fuck anybody says?
Seems like they're trying to discredit everything you said by
discredit my dick. Over the motherfucker. Who the fuck they gonna discredit me? I got a long list of accomplishments all my life in hip hop. What the fuck can anybody say about me?
How does Nore feel about Eminem though? Because it seemed like he was like, keep me out of it. You know what I mean?
Niggas be like, niggas know me. Yeah. If he wanted to be out of it, he shouldn't have put me on the platform. He know what the fuck that was. Nore gotta be political, but what you think? You think he don't know me? He don't think I was going up there to kick my shit? Yeah.
You and Nore have a great relationship. I know that a few times when you were out here, you know, me, you, Conway's brother Shots, you know, we went out, we were smoking.
No, that's my nigga Shots. Shots out to Conway. We had a kind of good back and forth on his page. Yeah. Shout. He made it a point to say, look, Eminem, I don't want to be involved with that. I fuck with you, Zeno. You know what I mean? I respect that. I respect loyalty. Still one of the greatest out there. And I fuck with salute to Conway. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Word. Shout out to Shots. I can understand that, bro. I can understand whoever's loyal to him. You know what I mean? Now, my thing is, I never disrespected none of them. All I made a point to show how all of them are not on the label anymore. Just made it a point to be like, why is he the only one that blow up, but nobody else do, and everybody else end up leaving? And not just leaving, motherfuckers be complaining. Like, I can pull up and show you where motherfuckers was mad with the deal and wanted to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, word. Now, Joe Budden definitely complained on M.
Not just Joe.
No, yeah, definitely not just Joe. But what I was gonna when damn, what the fuck was I just about to say about their label? Joe left Royce, right? With Royce, you were saying that you're ready for a Royce battle. That's also somebody that could spit. He could spit.
I'm not saying these niggas
but here's the thing. Here's why I'm asking you.
It too.
You ain't rapping so long, so you're dropping records, but it's been a while. So you ready for that? You got to get back in it. That's like game shape. You feel me?
Listen. Like real talk. When you listen to Rap Elvis, that was 2 rounds right there. I could have took that off a beat, did it a cappella, screamed it with passion, spit flying, and those would have been 2 rounds of battle rap right there. And I would have chewed Eminem.
Everybody saying that fucking Cassidy wrote this shit.
Man, listen. Like, again, this certain shit that I can entertain, but then there's just certain shit that's like, how the fuck can somebody come up to the conclusion that Cassidy wrote something? Like, damn, man. This, like, fuck me crying. That shit is, like, crying is a human form of emotion. It's very human.
Yeah.
The shit that they do, and that to me, that they said that they know that Cassidy wrote my fucking rhyme, it's flattering as fuck, but it's ignorant. You know, that's some ignorant ass shit. How the fuck can these people know who the fuck wrote for me?
Yeah, I mean, you know what though? I feel like you be digging yourself in the grave, right?
I don't dig.
Let me explain it before you go crazy, because you be going crazy before you let the explanation go out. You feel me? When you mentioned, like, so a lot of people. Right, a lot of people will do exactly what you were talking about in the studio. And it does happen, where people say, yo, you should say this here, you should say this here. The difference is of how many people say it out loud, right? So everybody wanted to discredit you from the jump. They're like, there's no way Benzino did this.
They can discredit my dick and my balls.
That's the narrative of the day.
Discredit that. You know what I'm saying? If they want to discredit, see again, like discrediting me, discrediting a nigga with the resume as long as me, the resume as long as me.
How shout out Cassidy, Cassidy in the building.
Nobody, you can put
Cassidy is here.
You can put 100 of them together and put all their resumes together, and it still won't fuck with mine. And I'm a humble nigga, but how the fuck can anybody discredit me? Like, what credentials or what type of energy do they possess or superpower to discredit the fucking beast?
Cassidy is in the building right now. Cassidy,
that's my motherfucking nigga.
Cassidy, did you write the disc? Yo, but look, so I feel like when I watched it, I'm seeing, right? Not just I'm seeing power. And what I mean by that is there's so many people, as much as there is hate, which there's always going to be hate, there's love, right? And a lot of people are so appreciative that you were able to go up there and do that. And I'll say this, not a lot of people are able to do it. Every day I have, one thing about me is I'm going to keep it 100 with everybody around me. So anytime I've ever been close to somebody or somebody feels like I'm the person to call when they're going through some tough times, I say, talk about it. You know what I mean? You don't got to talk to just me about it. Talk to the people that you're going through it with and talk about it. Be open about it. And a lot of people have a tough time doing it. That's something that you're able to do. To be able to sit there and talk about the back and forth with M and how it's led you to feel, the back and forth with your daughter and how serious that shit is. The back and forth with, like you said, smoking crack, you smoke weed, whatever, and you're able to be open about it. And just kind of like you sitting there talking about your girl, you're living with your girl. You know what I'm saying? Talking about shit like this. A lot of people can't do it. They're afraid. And there's power in it. There's power that you're giving to people to say, you know what, this dude went on a platform in front of millions of people and spoke up, and everybody thinks right after that, oh shit, Benzino committed career suicide. He's never going to speak again. And then the very next day you're talking.
Who are you that we are talking about?
But let's avoid haters for a second. Let's avoid what was going on with the haters for a second. Let's speak to the people that support you, right?
Yeah, I mean, my thing is, I didn't even realize how much people were really into what was going on as far as what happened. My DMs are, I mean, it's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of DMs. Like, yo, like I appreciate you, and yo, it was, you know what I mean? It's some good shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't realize it was touching people like that or hitting people like that. I just be me. People have seen me be vulnerable before on TV and drink, and you know what I'm saying? People have seen me before on TV crying before, like, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot inside, and sometimes, you know what I'm saying, the water come out, you know. I think it's healthy for that to do that, because then it won't come out in other ways. That's the most important thing, man. I know I got a lot of built up in me, because as I go through life, I have to kind of suppress it. And the way I deal with it in my traumas is just don't even think about it. But eventually, sometimes that shit comes up. Nobody's a superhero. You know, we try to be, especially niggas. Niggas all, you know, like my sons won't cry. My son's never, I see Zeno holding back. Even though he wants to cry at times, he'll hold him back. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how I am towards him. I'm hard on him.
You feel responsible for the reason he can't shed tears?
Yeah, hell yeah, because I'm that, and he wants to show that he sees his dad. You know what I'm saying? But he sees the loving side of me too, and he sees the smile on my face too. Life isn't always for me like people think. People think I just go through life like,
yeah.
hell no. When I up from here. I'm going to get in the jacuzzi. I'm going to like you know, say like, come on, man. Like people gotta like sometimes just really put shit in perspective and get out the internet perspective for a second and get in life perspective. The Eminem thing that me and him are going through, the most important thing is we've never even met in person. We've never even met. What type of shit is that? We don't even know each other like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, I guess it's good for entertainment. The shit that I'm standing for is way deeper. I don't know what he's standing for and what he's playing with, but my platform about the Eminem situation has always been deep as far as hip hop. I've explained it too many times on your show, and you know that'll never change. You know, he should never mention me. You know what I mean? And listen, I broke down on Nore's, and like I said, I went there with the intentions to drink, to get drunk, and see, and let it all out.
So no regrets, not at all.
Regret for what? What did I say wrong? What did I do wrong?
Just because
I had
you went.
a human moment. I had a human moment that
Hey, Ash,
that maybe people aren't used to see. Maybe people just used to certain things. I don't have to prove anything to anybody. Like I went through hell, death, and destruction, and survived it. Like I went through all the murder shit and everything else, and I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? So the trials, the tribulation, the indictments, the wars, like all that. A lot of my niggas didn't make it. Now I rep for them. I'm a living, breathing, walking specimen of Roxbury, Mattapan, Dorchester, Four Corners, Boston, Massachusetts. Like it was fucked up how I grew up.
What was the like conversation with you and Nore after?
I passed out
No.
and Ashley.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about the day after.
Orlando, and we checked in the hotel because I had a walkthrough in Augusta the next day, so I had to, you know what I'm saying.
I'm definitely talking about the day after.
I think it was the day after. He's like, yo, bro. He was like, he said this gonna be great. He was like, listen. He said, you know that the last part of it. I didn't remember too much of the last part of it. It was kind of like I don't remember too much because I was the last. You know, it was creeping up on me towards the end. All the liquor I drunk, and it was like he said, yeah, you know, he said it's gonna be good. He told me, he said it's gonna be good, man. He was like, you all right? He just kept saying, you all right? You're gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? Because I guess he assumed I was thinking, but I was all right. I was good. I just did my walkthrough. I made it back to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I think we was binge watching Griselda. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Yo, you know what? I saw a clip where he was asking you about how Elliot Wilson was talking about journalists.
my son.
Yo, but hear this part though. You know where that came from?
Where what came from?
That Elliot Wilson clip. Right here.
Oh, for real?
I was like, damn, Benzino can't tell him.
I didn't know. How did
that shit happen here?
I didn't know that.
When I had Elliot Wilson up here, he was talking about how we used to be seen as like, you know, nerds. Now it's like they're accepted. It's actually really dope.
Accepted. They accepted by other nerds. See that's where he has this in him. People like him, they're fucking delusional. Like, no, you're not accepted. We're not accepting you. It's cool. We can
Elliot Wilson
coexist. We can coexist. But all that accepting you shit, that's all you wanted, and it's not gonna happen. Accept you for what?
Yeah, I think Elliot Wilson's a cool dude. I spent some time with him. We hit the club. He seemed, you know what I mean? I don't know what your beef is with Elliot. I ain't know.
There is no beef. Older, this shit's older than the past. I'm saying, you know what I mean? Like I don't got no beef with Elliot Wilson. You know what I mean? And if he's a cool dude to you, this shit, I respect it. I don't, you know what I mean? I ain't seen Elliot in a long time. I just know the last time I seen him, I was trying to poke a hole in his head.
Oh, shit.
I was my finger and touch his brain.
Damn. But nah, so like now with everything that happened, you end the interview off like that. People are thinking there's got to be some sort of so there's a guy named Stevie Knight. Shout out Stevie Knight. He had he does what like Academic does, you know, he blogs. And he's sitting there and he's saying that you tried to use the black versus whites as a way to keep.
This is coming from a black dude. I come from Boston, Massachusetts, bro. Stevie Knight would have got his fucking head smashed back in the 80s and then with all that fucking white man bowing down shit. He wouldn't have lasted in my hood with that.
You seen it. You seen it.
Stevie Knight wouldn't have lasted an hour in my hood with that bow down to white man shit. Nobody give a fuck about what Stevie Knight got to say. Stevie Knight crossed over. He all the way crossed over. Yeah, Stevie Knight's with them. He's cool. It's cool. There's nothing. We can all coexist. You know what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck is like this guy sits in his bedroom with his pants on and he worships Eminem so he can get all of Eminem's followers. Everybody knows it's an easy way to get millions of followers if you blow Eminem's balls. And that's what these YouTube fucking weirdos are. They sit in their rooms and they blow Eminem's balls so they can get millions of fans because they know that he got millions of fucking fans. Who the fuck?
Now you spoke about how Coy.
Like, again, resume. When you go, they're only gonna remember you by your resume. Do you really think somebody's gonna be shouting fuck when we all gone? Somebody's gonna be shouting Stevie Knight? Now I know Bobby Knight, the great Bobby Knight, the great Indiana coach. Nobody's gonna know who the fuck Stevie Knight is, yo. That YouTube shit, that's them. Let them get off. They jerk their dick off and talk about people, other people, and you know. But I know the Eminem thing. All those guys that got Eminem, it's an easy way to get. So he has to kiss up to them, bootlicking ass, ass, tap dancing ass. Niggas been doing it for years, bro.
I actually just got familiar with it. They're just probably getting just familiar with, you feel me? But like I feel like when you spoke on Coy, and you said that she feels like she has to be cool to not to be blackballed. I'm smoking the blunt when I'm listening to it, right? I felt like
about right.
I feel like you're right, right? Like he's got power in the industry. But have you and Coy ever had this conversation?
Nah, we ain't had no. The bottom line is this, you know what I'm saying? You know, that's the pressure that the industry puts on to make it seem like he's some, you know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't have no bearing on Coy's career. Coy's fans have nothing to do with him. Absolutely nothing. They are a different fan.
Yo, by the way, people that are
blacklisting Coy or doing anything, we're not worried about that.
Yeah. Yo, by the way, real quick, for the people that are talking about views, the views don't matter on this. There's one thing for sure. I'm shadow banned from IG for saying the F word too much, and I'm not talking about
this shit's going up on YouTube, so we know.
This Easter, we're on his girls page right now because he's completely banned from speaking about anything. So I stand up for straight men very often. I talk my shit. So, you know, these social media platforms don't fuck with me. YouTube fucks with me. But I was talking to Zeester, and I was like, yo, we got to talk about that went on over there at Drink Champs. So I just hollered him, and there's always love. Again, a lot of y'all don't know that. Like, I don't do podcasts just to podcast and have a fucking bullshit conversation. I'll be having conversations and building relationships with people that last forever. So don't look at the number of fucking people watching this IG live. Wait till I throw this shit up on YouTube and you see hundreds of thousands on it, and then we can sit there and talk about how many people are looking at it. But yeah, so overall, what do you feel like walking into the next day? Because you're viral everywhere, right? Like the shit's viral. A lot of people are like, oh, well, why is he hung up on being viral and all that shit? It doesn't fucking matter.
Hung up on being viral I stay viral. Viral's a regular thing. Like, it's not nothing new to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't go crazy when I'm viral. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, everybody, let me tell you, viral is the new thing, though. My phone be ringing off the hook when I'm viral, though. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to be viral.
But I think most importantly,
world, baby, stay viral. I got T-shirts coming out, sweatsuits, stay viral. Stay viral department.
But I think most importantly, the biggest thing of what the walk away out of everything is the fact that you were able to reach through to certain men that don't have a voice or are afraid to voice what they're.
Right.
A lot of
Right.
people, a lot of people would have sat there because Nori doesn't stream live.
Right.
So you definitely have enough of a relationship built up with Nori to have sat there and said, "Yo, I don't want you to air that."
Right.
And he would have respected
Right.
if
Right.
you said that to him. So going because you went through a lot, bro. And I think sometimes even you don't even understand that shit. You know what I mean? Sometimes you're just trucking through so goddamn much that you don't even sit back and pay attention to the pain that you're dealing with because you know that, hey, I don't got a choice. I got to move to the next day.
Right.
You were built. That's how you were grown throughout your entire life. No matter how many obstacles came your way, you
Right.
said, I'm gonna go again tomorrow. You know, you sit there and you voice, that you want to have a relationship with your daughter. She goes on the internet talking crazy about you with Angie Martinez, I believe, right? But still, you're able to maintain. You know what I mean? I can't imagine what it would feel like right now if my daughter or my son ever had anything bad to say about me. I know I lose my fucking mind. I lose my mind if my siblings said anything like that about me on air. You know what I mean?
It's not,
So
not
you're
easy.
somehow it seems like you're able to just keep fucking finding a way to navigate and walk through. But I don't know if that's so good sometimes.
Well, it takes a toll on your mental health. Um, I started realizing again, we take mental health for granted. I never looked at it as mental health. I just look it up. That's how we grew up. And I just started, just recently, the last few years, I did an interview a couple of years ago with this mental health type of program, and it was a great interview. And I started realizing, I started looking at myself and certain signs of mental health issues. I see the signs with the mental health discipline that I lack, and in areas that I could do a lot better. I could be stronger mentally, health-wise. So, you know, traumas, triggers, and the way you deal with things, everything you do is all up here. Every thought, every move you make, everything, it all starts here. So, you just try to. I looked at all these years I've lived and the different traumas and different situations I've been through and how I came out of them. And it's a thinking man's game. It's more of a thinking man's than a physical game. And, as long as you're thinking, you're keeping your mind sharp, as long as then common sense, it doesn't take 8 years of college to get common sense. Common sense is free. It's God given. It's just, you got to pay attention of what you're doing and experiences. You know, I always managed to always, like you said, forget about whatever happened that was crazy. Today's a new day. You got a new start. Not knowing that whatever happened is still stored in me, and it takes a strain on your mental health and how you deal with other things, love, relationships with your kids, relationships with your girl. I mean, these things suffer and you go through the pain of them in real time. I can tell you at 58, I'm still learning a lot in a lot of areas. I've learned a lot and I have knowledge in quite many things, but there's still a lot of that I don't. That I mean, there's still a lot that I don't, and I know I have to be as much of a chief Indian, as much of a talker, a listener. I know I have to keep building patience. That's the most important thing. Keep instilling discipline. I mean, these are all things that you have to train your mind to do as you get older. Sometimes you get older, you just say, fuck it. You let your mind, your spirit, your health, your physical, you just let everything just go away. You say, fuck it. And I'm not built like that. There's too many niggas I done seen fall. There's too much shit I done been through. And, I don't have any desire to tire now, to sit back or to go slow or to relax or take a back seat or get on a fucking rocking chair. Like, nah, hell no.
You
I still
don't think you're in a battle at all with depression and you don't know it?
probably. I smoke a lot of weed. I mean, a lot of weed. Weed is definitely helps me cope. I smoke a lot of weed, and good weed, strong weed. And now I have to emphasize that because it's certain weed that's gonna help you. Bullshit weed won't help. Mid's not gonna help. It'll make things worse. I gotta have strong, good weed, expensive weed. The more strong, the more THC, the more expensive the shit is.
Yeah.
That's my medicine is weed. I don't take no pills and none of that. I know people that do. I know they have to take them all the time, antidepressant. When I was locked up, I used to see lines of niggas taking that shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's hard out here. But weed is my antidepressant.
Have you ever been to any type of therapy at all?
On TV. You know what I'm saying? And that was therapy shit. That was real therapy, going through that shit, sitting in the house with people you don't know and go, that was crazy. That'll drive you crazy. I did that a couple of times, broke down a couple of times. I know I have mental health issues because when I get in situations of love, of care, of, you know what I mean, I break down. You know, I break down. You know what I mean? I didn't deal with that when I was young. I stayed in the street, stayed in the hood. Anytime that looked like love or care was coming up, I automatically shut it down and got right back to the streets. And I'd rather deal with danger and the street shit than deal with this love shit because it threw me off. And by the time when I started feeling love, I knew nothing about it. And then, you know, you get taken advantage of and, you know, chaos happens, you know,
Yeah.
But I've learned a lot. I'm to the point where I think I've crossed the threshold of real understanding and enlightenment of what life, relationships is about. I still got some shit areas I have to refine, but for the most part, you know, God's enabled me to live this long, and within living this long and me not stopping and me still going as hard as I'm going, like I'm learning. I'm still learning as I go. You never stop learning.
Now I'll keep it 100 with you. I'm somebody that when I fuck with somebody, I genuinely fuck with somebody, right? So I watched the interview, and when I saw a point where I felt like you were starting to like get too into the emotion, this shit bothered me. I'm like, damn, he's going through it, and they're airing it, and I didn't watch the rest. So at that point, I saw clips.
You're right. It was a hard watch. You know, even look, I used to do Love and Hip
Hey,
Hop.
happy birthday, Ash.
She downstairs with a friend. I used to do Love and Hip Hop, and I couldn't watch it. When I got shot at my mom's funeral, they aired that. I haven't watched that episode yet. The episode where my mom's died, I didn't watch. Like, there were episodes I still haven't seen in Love and Hip Hop. I just won't see them. So, I mean, you know, people deal with their traumas in different ways. If there's anything, I feel like I've experienced a lot where I can stand in front of people and I've talked with young guys. You know what I'm saying? And I'm able to get through to them, and that's the main thing. That's the first thing, is just to get through to them. So I feel good about who I am and what I am, and mental health wise, I'm gonna, you know, I want to kind of make it a point to kind of maybe try to get in those areas, to try to help out, do a little more help, because one thing I do recognize is the outpour and the outcry of people seeing me like this and it relating to them.
Yo. Yeah, boy. Ash, happy birthday.
Thank you. It's my birthday.
25. Yeah.
Thank you.
Say, baby.
Baby, baby.
Yeah, man, I just came out here to reset, to chill out for a minute, relax, you know?
Yeah. Now, so you're on a little vacation right now.
Yeah. Came out here for a few days, man.
You get crazy, man.
Yeah, nah, we got some fun out here, and it's dope, man. It's nice out here. It's peaceful, too. We way up on the mountain, like way high. I can't wait to see. We got here while it was still dark, so I really want to see what the view's like tomorrow. Big ass hot tub downstairs. It's dope.
Georgia?
Yeah, Blue Ridge Mountains in Georgia, yep.
That sounds like some Ozark shit.
Nah, it's dope, bro. They got so many cabins and shit, man. You know, it's called Blue Ridge. Yeah. A lot of people, this is where we filmed the infamous, when we was in the jacuzzi with Kirk and Love and Hip Hop, we came up here. Remember when I was in the jacuzzi?
With who?
With Kirk Frost, Rashida's husband.
Oh, no, I don't know.
Well, anyways, there was a part in Love and Hip Hop where me, Bambi, and all of us was in the jacuzzi. We came to Blue Ridge Mountains. Bobby V came up. It was dope. It was dope.
Bobby V, like Bobby Valentino?
Yeah, he brought a bunch of bitches up and shit. So.
You need to stop talking about bitches. It's your girl's birthday. You need to relax.
What you mean, man? My girls.
Yeah. Nah, I'm seeing like talk about. Listen, I can't talk about shit. I got fucking holes in my door when I talk about shit. My girl be tripping out. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man, I'm faithful. I'm faithful. I don't cheat.
I'm faithful.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever we do, we do as a team. Teamwork.
Yeah.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Teamwork does,
You know what I'm saying?
make the dream work. But nah, I seen you
Teamwork
talking about
dream work.
Took 14 of them joints down in Miami. I'm like, this dude, this is. Sheesh.
No, man, you know, man, we was all telling crazy stories, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We all got crazy stories. We just telling crazy stories. I didn't even know that shit was gonna make the internet. We was talking about way doper shit and they put that dumb shit on.
Yo, but I want you to spend time with your girl, right? Because it's her birthday. But before you
my partner, baby.
That's what's up. But before you skate up, I did want to ask you again, you ever plan to speak to, because as I watch what you go through and how you're still able to somehow find a way to put a smile on your face, you ever think to talk to people about, you know, helping them battle their issues?
Man, I want to, and I think everything that I've went through has kind of, you know, prepared me to do so. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really think I could. I've been through a lot of things, and I know more so now. I know how to speak now. I'm not, you know, public speaking. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to really kind of like enjoy doing that. You know, so. When it comes to mental health, I think we all go through it. And I just think hearing it from my point of view, because everybody can communicate things differently, but just hearing how I communicate it, I think people would be surprised. And, you know, when it comes to mental health, I mean, you just help one person. That's major, because mental health torments people, you know, every day, all day. And it's something out of people's control. But, you know, I believe I know a lot of coping mechanisms naturally, not necessarily stuff that I've learned from therapy, some too, but just pretty much because I know I'm looking at them, they live in the way I'm living how I'm living. I'm looking at us as so relatable that, you know, try this, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, this worked for me, and we're not too far apart from how we live and who we are and what we are.
Do you know, a lot of people, I know a lot of people who have lost their lives to depression. And, you know, a lot of the times I ain't know. You know what I mean? It's almost like they seem happier than everybody else. You could see something because I'm an observative person. But you don't know if it's like, you know, the person could just be going through a hard time in their relationship or financial reasons. You know, there was a woman out in Miami who just tried to kill herself the other day. And she jumped off a bridge, but she survived. But she left 2 twin babies in the car, and they both died. And she said that she actually planned to kill them anyways.
That's tough.
Yeah, so they both died, and the mother's now locked up, and she's being charged with murder. Or not even with murder. I think she's being charged with something else. But it's crazy to think about, because, you know, you see some people in the comments talking about, you know, people don't know what women go through postpartum, and when there's no help, because the lady said she wanted to kill herself for reasons. Have you ever had a moment in your life where you felt like this is the end?
You know, I've had some pretty dark moments, but like with me, it was more so of at that moment that it was dark, that I had to really. That's when I have to really go into survival mode. You know what I'm saying? That's when, to me, is when my survival tactics kick in the most. So I don't have time to be victim or have time. I felt I've been in some dark moments, of course. I think we all go through it, but I just don't have time to be, you know, like at that moment, I got to figure, I'm good at crisis management, at thinking quick.
Yeah.
Like quick, like, you know, getting out of things, you know what I'm saying? Crazy shit, Mr. Wolf on, you know, on that, remember the movie, Mr. Wolf?
No.
Pulp Fiction and shit. The one that, you know. Anyways, like I'm just real quick with it, and I don't have time. You know what I'm saying, to like go to that next level of thinking of like, damn, I want to kill myself. Nah, whatever I'm feeling dark about, I'm thinking of a way to get up out of that shit. And there's way more many ways to get up out of it than suicide. Suicide's one way. That's one thought. But there's way many ways to get out of that thought and that situation if you just put your mind to it. Breathe, calm. You know, calming yourself is the first thing in any situation. It's your, you know, is your tense. You know, you just gotta breathe and just loosen up. And then, you know what I'm saying, try to think straight. A lot of times it's good to walk outside and just look up in the air and so that your mind expands. And nothing's in front of you that's close, whether it's a phone or a wall, or just go outside and just look in the air and let your mind expand. You know, don't be so closed-minded. You know, there's a lot of ways to, because it's all about thoughts. Suicidal thoughts are just thoughts. The idea is to get the thoughts out of your head. That's the idea. Is to get that thought that is tormenting you at that moment. We got to find a way to wipe that thought. And there's many ways to wipe that thought out. And you just have to you have to commit to, you know, to finding yourself to where it becomes a habit where you're thinking about it. Like, yes, I don't want to be thinking of that thought. I want to put this thought in my head. You're conscious of it.
Fine. Is this a conversation? Have you ever had to have a conversation like this with your children?
Yeah, you know, when they do let me talk to them, you know what I'm saying, I get pretty you know, like I try to break everything down so there's a clear understanding, and break it down to where is that they understand it, and don't make it too complicated, but making sure that I'm breaking things down so there's no excuse. You know, details, sometimes it's the detail in things that really could, you know, throw something off bad, or be the difference. So certain things in life, I try to break them down so they can understand how I think. You know, when kids are just so into the internet, like they're not really listening to what we got to say anymore.
But being in the internet, out to your after they see what you go through, you know, have you had a conversation with any of your kids about?
Nah. You know, Ray and Taj, my boys, you know, look, that's dad. They've been around me their whole lives. They've seen some wild shit in me go through. You know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't nothing new with them. Like, they were prepared for this, and they're strong. They're mentally strong boys. As Koi is mentally strong woman, and they're mentally strong young men. She's
Do you
mentally
expect?
strong.
Do you like expect or yearn for Koi?
Huh?
Do you expect or even yearn for a call from Koi?
Of course, you know, yearn. I mean, of course, I want to call, of course, all the time. You know, that's natural. You know what I'm saying? Um, there's nothing like when your kids call and check on you. That's a dope feeling. So, you know, I'm always welcoming that.
Yeah, yeah.
Huh?
When's the last time you spoke to Koi?
Oh, it's been a minute.
Was it around that
It's been a little bit.
yeah.
A little bit.
I can see that bothers you though. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's gonna bother any dad,
Yeah.
but you learn to deal with it.
Yeah.
You learn to smile through it. You learn to deal with it. You have to deal with it. You cannot, you know, you gotta know that it's gonna be all right tomorrow. It's gonna be all right next month. It's gonna be all right. You know, that time will come. And this way, because you know, you can't go into that depression of, oh my God. No. She's happy. She's doing well. She's financially doing well. What's better than that?
Yeah.
There's not too much to worry about. She's very smart, very able, and you know what I'm saying. And you know, she got people around her, and you know what I'm saying. She believes in God. God got her. And if it came down to it, she knows I'm only a phone call away.
Yeah. Now I always respected your opinion. You know that because we had a lot of conversations. I got a dog, all right, and I be thinking about I'm not going to be perfect. No matter what I try to do, I'm not going to be perfect. And the day that's the most terrifying is you know, because I get to hold them in my arms right now. She's only a month old, My son is about to be 2 years old, and like my son, for instance, today woke up crying, and I'm like, damn, like how do I fix it? I don't see him go through emotions. He's usually just happy and shit, and it wasn't like a regular wake up and cry. Like I felt like he was hurt. You know what I mean?
Oh, man. Listen, man, you got the best of both worlds right now, and when they're young, that's when you're gonna enjoy them the most. Like you're good. You got a long time to enjoy them. It's only until after that. It's until after that. You know what I'm saying? Is when they get older and they leave the nest and things change. But you have a long time to even think about that. Just enjoy them the way they are, because these are the greatest years that you're gonna have for your kids. Not that when they get older isn't great, but you know they depend on you.
Yeah.
And that feeling is what makes you a father.
So what I say, what I mean, like what would I say? What would you say? Like you get on with Koi right now. I feel like you would probably feel more at a loss for words than anything else, right?
Nah, hell no. I get right into it. I don't want to. She don't want to dive into that emotional shit either. We just gonna, hey, I love you. How you doing? Pop, 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 pop. You know what I'm saying? We talk. You know what I'm saying? There's no time for the emotions. We can't. You know.
If you had
because that's a sensitive spot. You know what I'm saying? That'll happen. Whenever that happens, there'll be a time and place for that to happen. But when if she just called, I wouldn't. You know, I'm trying to keep it. Hey, how you doing? Like, yo, man, you know what I'm saying? You looked amazing at the Grammys, and you know what I'm saying? You can't. Sometimes being emotional throws things off. You just gotta just let things flow.
What would you like if you had some? I know you got some words for before we leave.
Firstly, I'm telling her I love her and how proud of her and how great she's doing. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you know what I'm saying? And you know, the regular stuff, and you know, I mean, just let her do a lot of the talking.
Yeah.
You know, see what she got to say. Hear her out.
That's the gem right there.
Listen to her.
Yeah.
Just fall back and chill.
I gotta let
strategy. You know, you have strategy. You know.
I gotta let you get back to the wifey. Go ahead.
Take all love, bro. I mean, come on, man. Listen, man. I'll see you soon, man. I'll be in. Oh yeah. Thinking about another celebrity boxing match with Eminem's brother.
Oh, let's get it. I didn't even know he was brother.
I talked to Damon, man. So I'm gonna talk to him on Friday. We're doing a Zoom call, but I think they're trying to set that up with his brother Nathan, between me and you, and whoever's gonna hear this on YouTube.
Yeah. Yo, talk to Nori. Tell Nori I want him up here too. But
hold on. No, I can set that up. But hold on. How do you feel about me and Eminem? How do you feel that'll do?
I think that'll be fire.
You think that'll be good on celebrity boxing?
I didn't know that a brother though.
Yeah, Nathan.
I don't know.
You're not a Stan?
I listen to him in the car every day. Saying I ain't know. But hey. Are you trolling me?
No, I'm just having some fun, my brother. About to go roll me up, man. No, it's fucked up. You know it's fucked up? I can't even roll up. I got no more blunts, and I got no more sheets. And like we're on this mountain with a little thin road that takes them there half an hour to get to the next fucking. Okay, I'm just gonna just say fuck it. Just wait till the morning. I'm tired.
Yeah, you're out in the woods. Go spend time. Your birthday, you feel me? Enjoy that.
Appreciate it.
You heard? All right, I'm gonna holler at you.
Love, brother.
Love, peace.